stop thinking about scales first. Hindi siya priority. What we need to prioritize, guys, is you think about. Hello mga kuys, Isun Ku here. Kamusta? Kwentuhan muna tayo about guitar solo improvisation. Kasi lately, marami yung nagtatanong sa akin about how do I do my guitar solo improvisation, any tips or how to improve on this solo improvisation part. Medyo malawak to na topic mga kuys, kaya I'm just gonna keep it on a basic level kasi basic lang din naman yung alam ko. I'm just gonna share you a little bit of knowledge ko dito. But please understand that I'm a musician or guitarist without any formal education sa music. Kaya there might be some terms or explanation I will say na siguro hindi proper or hindi standard sa music talaga. Kaya feel free to correct me if I'm wrong or guide me sa comment section. I would really appreciate that one. Now, meron pala tayong dalawang klase ng improvisation. So, first is yung impromptu improvisation, yun yung real time talaga na nangyayari, di ba? Walang mga pre-rehearsed, walang mga pre-recorded, real time na nangyayari in case na nag-record ka, it's yung one take lang talaga, di ba? Spontaneous from the mind and whatever you gonna do sa gitara mo. Improvisation number 2 is improvising a solo. Nag-i-improvise tayo. Kasi may mga reason dito. You wanna express yourself, you wanna add your own flavor, di ba? You wanna share your idea perhaps and express it to the world. And ang pangalawa namang dahilan is ginagawa ko rin to, kapag hindi natin kaya yung original na solo, improvise na lang, di ba? So, ginagawa natin to sa mga backing track or sa mga existing na kanta or mga instrumental na gusto natin ding i-play, no? And then we show our own idea or our own way, express ourselves. So, ganun. Doon ako mag-focus sa improvisation number 2. Kasi ang kagandahan dito, nakakapag-prepare ka kasi. Right? May ample time ka na mag-study talaga. Ano yung gagawin mo sa solo mo? Yung i-improvise mo na solo. So, improvising a solo is like creating or writing your own solo din para sa akin. Okay? So, I hope we're clear with that one. And whatever is yung i-explain ko dito sa improvisation number 2, definitely magagamit nyo sa improvisation number 1. But let's just stick to this one because improvisation number 1, work on ko pa rin yun sa sarili ko. Okay? So, my first tip, guys, when it comes to creating a solo or solo improvisation is stop thinking about scales first. Right? Biktima din ako dito. Let me share a bit. Before talaga, I just get the key, di ba? When we hear a backing track or a song, uy, anong key to? And then we immediately think about scales. Okay. C major pala, so I'm gonna do a C major scale. Or nasa A minor pala. Okay, I'm gonna do an A minor pentatonic or things like that. Okay? Well, as nagle-learn pa na musician siguro, a beginner, I guess we could live with that one pa kasi diyan tayo nagsisimula, there's no harm in like exploring, right? Kasi bago pa tayo. But if you wanna step up your guitar solo or improvisation, you gotta stop thinking about scales first or licks because you will end up sounding so scaly sa solo mo. And eventually, para ka na lang nagnunudling, aimless, di ba? Mindless. Up and down lang sa scale or whatever we can actually press sa strings, sa notes, di ba? So, yun yung nangyayari. And it doesn't sound na may intention ka talaga. Because when improvising or creating a solo, for me, I don't know if you're gonna agree with me on this one. Creating a solo should be with intention, di ba? Like, siguro may istorya ka dapat. But again guys, it really depends. It really depends. Kasi improvising over like mag-jamming lang kayo versus really creating a solo, iba yung dating doon eh. Don't get me wrong ha. Walang masama talaga if you're gonna just noodle around, no? Or just use the major. It's up to you. Wala tayong basagan ng trip eh. Right? Pero again, gonna go back dun sa like creating a solo with intention sa guitar solo improvisation natin. So again, stop thinking about scales first. Hindi siya priority. What we need to prioritize, guys, is you think about the chords. You think about the structure ng song talaga. Yung chord changes, yung chord progression, di ba? And most importantly, yung chord structure talaga. Dapat guys, basic to which I would admit pinalampas ko rin noon but later on realize ko how important is that you understand your chord structure. So I'm not gonna dwell on that one kasi ibang topic na naman yan. But let me just remind you, di ba? Yung chords natin are composed of 3 notes. The 1, 3, 5 sa scale ng isang key. For example, I'm in the key of C. So, alam nyo na itong scaling na to, di ba? If you just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 3, and 5. So, we have C, E, tsaka G. Yun nang nagbibigay tunog ng C. So, meron tayong C yan, ito. C din yan, ito, C din ito. C din ito. Guys, this is really important that you understand this one. Even sa minor, the 1, 3, 5 rin yung sa minor scale, di ba? If we go to the A minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 3, 5. 1, 3, 5. Meron tayong notes na A, C, tsaka E. Yun yung nagbibigay ng minor na tunog. So, dapat alam nyo na to by now. If not, guys, you need to do our part as a guitarist. Not just like a solo guitarist, but also as a musician overall. We really need to go back to basic and understand this one. Importante ito siya, guys, sa pag-solo improve nyo. I actually remembered saying, if you wanna get better in soloing, you gotta get better, ano ba yun? Kalimutan ko. Basta parang, if you wanna get better with guitar soloing, you need to be a good rhythm guitarist or something na ganun. Kasi if you think about it guys, yung mga guitar heroes natin, mga hinahangaan talaga natin, I mean, we could name some. Maybe yung mga buhay pa ngayon, si Eric Johnson, grabe mag-chordings yun, di ba? Guthrie Govan, Mamaw. Si Mateo Sasato, napaka, melodic talaga niya. If you think about these guys, there's really a lot. I can't name all of them. Pero, if you listen to their albums, sila yung gumagawa ng sarili nilang rhythm sa mga solos nila. Diba? Think about it. Yung mga notes or scales kasi na ginagawa nila guys sa kanilang solo, it all points back sa chords. I mean, let me rephrase. Naka-embed siya lahat sa chords. Anything na ginagawa nila guys, andun lahat yan sa chords. Sa chord progression ng kanta, kaya you have to take time and listen sa chord progression talaga, sa chord structure overall ng kanta. Well, for me, sa part na to, sometimes what I do is I play the track all over again and again And if I do that, merong mga melodies na naririnig ko, ba, nag-hum. Siguro bungat na rin ng mga influence sa mga napakinggan ko noon or something gano'n na para bang nag-enlighten sa akin na ang gandang i-apply ng melody na to. Tapos tinitrace back ko na lang gamit ang mga chords, di ba, sa chord progression ng kanta. So that's how I like improvise my solo. I really listen first, take time to listen and things like that. And then I check on the chord progression. So, yun lang, wala na sikreto to guys actually. Ang dami nyo makita online na nag-tutorial about dito. So, go back to basic talaga sa chords. And then the good thing about this one guys is when you know your chords and their position, it really helps you map out the fretboard. And laking tulong dito sa fretboard memorization ninyo guys. Kasi you're not just gonna, what I mean about learn your chords guys, you're not just gonna go with yung sa sinabi ko kanina ba? Plain chords na to talaga. Learn their inversions, tsaka their triads. Triads are the best way talaga para ma-map out mo yung fretboard. Kasi, like I said, 3 notes lang yun. Diba? Merong C ka dito, C dito, meron ka rin C dito, meron ka rin C dito, C dito, meron ka rin C dito, meron ka rin C dito, meron naman dito, meron naman dito. So, ang dami niyang parts, and whatever you're doing this one, same lang dito, di ba? After the 12th fret is just on like a higher pitch. Kaya sanayin mo yung sarili mo na makikita mo yung mga triads ng chords. So, and their inversions. Kaya when you learn the chords din guys, dapat nyo ring aralin talaga ano yung notes. Ano yung 3 notes na nagbubuo sa chord na yun. Ako, I'm still memorizing pa rin lahat, no? Kasi hindi yan magsisink in ng madali yan and it's not gonna be an overnight talaga na, na trabaho. So that's why we keep on practicing. And then, okay, if tapos ka na mag-understand doon, or like in our case, let's say, we have a progression like A minor, G, Eagle minor, tsaka F. Diba? Yung part natin is alamin natin saan yung mga triads ng A minor first. Mga ano yun. Positioning niya. Nandito. Diba? And then you do it all over the chords. At matrabaho siya pero definitely guys, mapapadali yung pag-improvise mo ng solo nang dahil dito. So, take example, sa G na naman, and you get the triads. Sa Eagle na naman, you get the triads. Learn as much as you can saan mga versions. Eventually, nag-recreate ng mark virtually sa mind mo saan mo kukunin yung mga notes nang dahil sa alam mo na kung saan habulin or hanapin yung mga triads all over the fretboard. Sa particular na key lang na ito. Okay? Kasi we're trying to improvise over this progression. And after that one, what I suggest, if you're still starting sa solo improvisation, but you can skip this part if you know what to do na. Pero for the newbies natin na mga nagtatanong, what I suggest is pick a note. Di ba, again, sa isang chord, may 3 siyang notes. So, just pick a note, whatever you like, and then improvise over the chords using 1 note only. Again, it's your choice kasi may 3 kang pagpipilian na notes. So, ikaw yung bahala. In this way, na ma-map out mo talaga yung patutunguhan mo. And it will still sound decent because pasok yan sa chord tones. No? That's why it will make you sound melodic and decent talaga sa solo mo. Kasi let me show you a difference guys. If we're just gonna be playing around with the scale versus nagfa-follow tayo sa ano yun sa chord progression. So say for example, let me play the backing track here. Again, we're in the key of A minor and it's the natural minor ng C major. Kaya we can do C major scale as well. So, pakinggan nyo ha. I mean, it still sound okay, right? I mean, like I said, dyan tayo nagsimula. Pero, when we do that kasi, marami tayong mamimiss na mga storya sana nung progression na yon. Kasi each chord, nagdi-demand yan ng specific na note when it changes, di ba? Kasi sa A minor, iba yung notes dito di ba? I mean, meron silang mga similar notes, pero meron talang definite notes na nagpapatunog kung bakit siya A minor. Like case of A minor, ito. Pagdating naman sa G. And then, E minor. And F. Diba? So, kapag scale lang yung iniisip mo, sometimes, trial and error tayo. Diba? Siguro, we just pray na siguro tama yung tatamaan mo. Kasi, hindi ka nag-think sa chord. You're thinking about the scales. Diba to? Sana yung tatamaan kong huling note, sana pasok sa G. Sana pasok sa dito. Diba? Kaya again, to fix that one, as a beginner, try soloing over the progression, one note only. Pick your best note among the three. Again, sa A minor, meron tayong A, C, E. So, pili ka lang dun first. So, A minor tayo. Diba? So, yung note choice ko is E. Right? Sa A minor. Pagdating ng G, minor. Pagdating F. Diba? I mean, one note lang pero talagang pasok yung notes na ginagamit natin. Kasi ni-hit natin yung chord tones. Right? And then, if sanay ka na dito, if na-map out mo na, okay, pwede dito ako mag-A minor, dito ako mag-G. You can even, go up here if you want to. Again, it's up to you. It's your choice. When you're done with that one, dito na natin try to incorporate or bigyan ng mga, ang tawag doon, accent or articulation ng mga note choices natin. Diba? Whether you're gonna bend the E or you're gonna slide patungo sa G or you're gonna do a vibrato dun sa eagle minor or you're gonna maybe hammer on or pull off dun pagdating sa F. Diba? It's up to you and then yung dynamics kung gaano mo ba siya ka-hard i-pick, gaano ka-soft, or you make it like muted perhaps. So it's up to you. Diyan lalabas yung sarili mong style, yung creativity mo. So I'm just gonna do one note again, pero this time I'm gonna give some articulation or like accent, di ba? na-carried away ako doon, di ba? You can definitely put double stops if you want to. Pero anyway, di ba? I hope clear na sa inyo, guys. And then, huli ko na talaga iniisip yung scales. Kasi, yung scale parang yung palamuti or pang, ano yun? Like, icing over a cake. Pampaganda talaga siya. And then this time, since meron ka ng map kung saan mo gagawin yung mga note choices mo, yung mga ganun, then you can definitely decide kung ano pa bang ibang notes ang i-add mo. Right? And for this one, dapat knowledgeable ka na sa scales mo talaga. Whether it's pentatonic or the major scale. So for example, sa A minor, di ba, yung chinus ko na note is E. You could add, kasi part 1 ng scaling. And pagdating sa G, kasi part yan ng scale ng G. Or pagdating sa eagle minor. And pagdating sa F, then you could even have a longer run, di ba? Then, again, ito siya yung ginagawa ko, guys. Scale yun from the major scale. Kasi yung key natin is C major. Diba? Kaya kalimutan ko sabihin kailangan din alam mo kung ano key yung track na ginagawa mo na solo improvisation. So that's it, guys. Summarize ko na lang again. First na gagawin nyo is you must understand the chord progression ng kanta or ng track. Okay, don't think about scales first. Hear out talaga yung chord progression because by doing that, sometimes na mas maintindihan mo ano ba talaga yung hinihingi ng kanta. Ano yung mga balak mong gawin na istorya. Mas meron kang clear na gagawin sa solo mo. And then map out the triads if you can. Kasi may time ka dito eh. Nagpe-prepare ka dito. No? And then, next is, as much as possible, note by note muna, pili ka ano bang notes gagamitin mo. You try to get used to sa mga melody na mga posibleng melody na pwede mong pagpipilian among the 3 notes sa mga chord. You know, each time nag-change yung chords, right? And when you're done with that one, then you can then add some articulation or accent dun sa mga note choices mo. And then, you add up more notes from the scale. So, in that way, hindi ka sounding scaly, hindi ka sounding up and down, right? And try to practice. Ako nga, guys, I'm still really working on it kasi sometimes nakakalimutan ko. Nadadala pa rin ako minsan sa mga licks na nasa mind ko. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, I guess. Pero sometimes nawawala ako sa passing sa pagsabay sa chord changes. Kaya mabuti talagang mag-practice na when you solo, you think about what's the next chord na pupuntahan mo. Dapat mag-landing ka dun, di ba? So if I was gonna play a random solo dito sa track, guys, try natin yung mga ginagawa ko. So, yung ginagawa ko pasok yun lahat sa chords kasi I was really thinking about the chords when I tried to do the solo, di ba? Mas iba yung dating, mas sounding siguro emotional or parang meron ka talagang pinapalabas, no, sa ginagawa mong solo compared sa I would just do. 'Di ba? So, I hope that helps guys. I think hanggang dyan lang muna ako. Kasi limited talaga yung knowledge ko about dito. But I hope it really helped you out to start with solo improvisation guys. Lalo na sa mga newbies natin, no? Kaya if may tanong kayo, siguro i-post nyo na lang sa comment section. And if you stick with me all throughout, I mean, if umabot ka hanggang dito, uh, I I really appreciate that one and I hope you could give me a follow or share this one sa mga kaibigan din nyo na kailangan to. That would really help me out, guys. So, thank you. Siguro sa mga next videos ko, guys, I will try to break down some of the solos no na mga simple lang din na solos but definitely mga sikat na solo para mas maintindihan nyo ba't ganito yung mga note choices ng solo na to. And the good thing about dito guys, if masasanay ka, mas mapapadali na lang talaga yung pagsipra mo ng mga solo sa isang kanta. Trust me because when you're following the chords, you understand the chords, what's happening. And then you hear something like this, like that sa lick ng solos nila. Uy, kinuha to. Di ba yung progression nito is A minor? Baka sa A minor to kinuha. And then again, it would be easy for you to map out kasi alam mo all the A minors all throughout sa guitar. Diba? Kaya again, guys, we need to practice talaga. It's not just gonna be an overnight progression. It's gonna be an everyday practice sa musician. So marami tayong mga kaibigang musicians din online na pwede nyong pwede kayong makakuha ng information and makapag-aral kayo. So, take advantage about that. But I would really encourage guys na get a mentor if kaya lang talaga sa bulsa, no? Kasi iba talaga yung guidance na nahatid or ng mentor. Mas maigi sila makapag-guide sa iyo. No, isa rin yan sa mga pangarap ko, no? Pero, unfortunately, wala pa talagang extra budget. And thankful din ako sa generation na to kasi you can definitely find a lot of things online. If you seek, you can really find. So hanggang dun lang muna kasi mahaba na masyado yung video ko. Kaya hanggang sa susunod na video na naman guys. Bye for now.